Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're playing a game of League of Legends, doing a little Lulu action here. I've been playing Lulu a bit more lately. It's patch 8.13. I forgot to VOD this one. I was talking with the stream, but I'm gonna go ahead and VOD it. It's pretty early in the game. It's like you didn't really miss much. It's a farm off. I, have been trading pretty well onto Ezreal. That's basically it. Just every time he goes up for his CS, you just point click him with the E, Q in. You deal like a third of his health. Jhin hasn't touched him. Y'all know how it is. We're just doing our best to try to put some pressure on him. I'm like single-handedly zoning him off the CS. I'm trying to anyways. I've zoned him off of quite a few, but it is challenging. The 80 carry's playing like so far back. How fed? Okay, Cled's getting pretty fed here. It's not good. Yeah, Fiora's got a kill on Teemo, which is nice, but I don't think I need a ward Dragon yet. I'll wait till his ward goes down, and I'll drop mine. We know Kha'Zix is bot side, but nice Kha'Zix here. Yeah, Heimer's probably gonna get nerfed. Like there are a few champs that are how. He's 0-3 at 6 minutes. I like how he types out what his ping is instead of pinging his ping.
1, 2, 3.
I don't care if you have 500 lag. Sit at your tower or don't queue for rank. Alright, well, I mean, top lane's winning. We're doing whatever we're doing down here. Let's get more aggressive. Can we do that? Why didn't he W like... I don't know. Whatever. I mean, we could have been doing that the whole time. Wait, how did Talia... Wait, I thought Talia was here. Oh no, that was Katarina. Talia was bottom. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna try to thin this out and hold this. Should be about even. I got a lot of shutdown gold off of that. They're probably going to go for a Zeke's early, which is something I've been kind of experimenting with. Oh, jeez. Give Jhin a little extra burst in some of these fights, although I don't know if I should be playing around Jhin, honestly. Having the extra AD, like the health, would be really nice against Kha'Zix, too. He ulted back to lane. I heard the little rah or whatever when he comes up. What are we looking at? Tier versus BF. I mean, we're strong. Can we do something? least she traded back on him, I guess. We should have been crushing this early lane. I guess I should have told him, like, hey, like, attack more. I always don't want to be that guy, like, be a jerk or whatever, but I need to just say, like, hey, like, this is how you should play this. We're just not getting... I didn't think he was going to hit him, or I thought he might flash, so I was trying to flash E to make sure we get that kill. I was trying to polymorph so that he couldn't grayskin. Almost had it.
Inspire me.
Jesus, where is it? He's down there. Auto attack, dude. Alright, well, Katarina got a couple of kills top. I mean, we're even in kills. We just lost first tower. Hey, Sammy. I mean, like... I don't know, man. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, we were like 0-7 yesterday or something. Like, I mean, I just can't be in a super sunshine mood when we're 0-7. Like, I can try, but I would just be lying to you. Yeah, Fiora does have a cool accent.
You'll see more.
Really, we can probably work around Kled if he doesn't get a quick silver sash.
An ally has been slain.
Like, people do have to stop feeding at some point, too. I guess we're saying even in farm, but we shouldn't be even. Like, we should be winning more. Now they're gonna get mid lane. I mean, I don't know. I get it that, like, people like to see me. Obviously, everybody likes to see everybody in a good mood, but I really wish I didn't have to defend why I'm not feeling, like, mega chipper when I'm 0-7. Like, I feel like it should be pretty obvious, but I mean, I try my best to be as positive as I can be, but I mean, come on, guys. It probably is, David. I don't know how they even calculate that stuff anymore. I've given up. Because, like, even when we had Platinum 3 MMR, it was still giving us, like, Gold 3. Like, according to OP.GG, we're still getting, like, Gold 2s and Gold 3s, like, every game. Waiting too long to go. Like, you know Tom's gonna eat him. I understand that, Sammy. Like, I don't like to pay taxes either. But, you know, sometimes I just have to pay them.
Shut down. An ally has
It's just the
been
price of
slain.
being a human being. Sometimes you have emotions.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, taxes aren't a bad thing. They keep schools open. I don't like paying them, though. Just like emotions aren't necessarily a bad thing. That's pretty much what makes life worth living. But sometimes they can be perceived in a negative way. Probably just go for a couple of fairy charms here. Tell you, taxes aren't going to keep colleges open here pretty soon, though, with the way they treat their adjuncts and their customers. I use the word customers deliberately for students. Probably all about to die. Why not Athene's first item? I mean, there's a litany of reasons. Why not Athene's first item? It depends on the matchup. Because they have a Kha'Zix and a really fed Kled. Yeah, I don't really think we should be, like, walking up and inting, but alright, I guess that's what we're doing. Where is this? Mid lane? No, it's at me. No, they don't, Lee. You've been here for a while. I'm surprised you haven't heard me talk about that before. No, like, over half the people that teach in front of classrooms make less than a McDonald's worker.
Turret has been destroyed.
Yep. That's purple.
Like, a lot of adjuncts will literally get paid. It depends. If they teach at a big university, they might make like $15,000 a year. If they teach at a smaller, like, community college or something, they might make as little as, like, $5,000 or $6,000 a year. Go, 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 go! What? Well, here's everybody. I'm gonna have to hope no one touched me and just suicide because I'm dead.
An enemy is unstoppable. An enemy has been slain.
Wow, she touched me, but I was gonna die anyways.
Been slain.
We just need better vision down, I guess. Well, it's not even really scandals. It's like lazy rivers and like fancy trees, and like the facilities and groundskeeping and stuff like that, and like advertising for university, all that stuff. Oh yeah, you make way more, Justin. Like, teachers that teach elementary school, middle school, high school, like, all of that stuff make usually at least double. Now, there are some college professors that do make a lot of money. The ones that are tenured, which is basically like unionized. They can make a lot of money, but that's very competitive and very difficult to get that. Yeah. Yeah, it's real bad. I mean, for a little bit there, I made probably about that much, and I was working like 2 or 3 days a week in a restaurant, and I wasn't even like one of the top servers in this restaurant, and it wasn't even a very busy restaurant.
An ally has been slain.
With Teemo Shroom in here. Slowed us down. I think we're gonna be too late anyways, but just like inting. Trying to chase kills. Wait, why? Now you're 100% dead. If she would have just kept running, I think she could have gotten out of it. I mean, she did trade kills, I guess. Like, using your long cooldown ability just to trade a kill is questionable. I don't think I can defend that. I can't. Yeah. I mean, teaching high school or like middle school, like you don't make a ton, but it's like it's doable, I think. She still died? Like, dude, just leave. Like, Jen and I had it, man. Well, we're kind of in it. We need more map pressure, but... There we go. See how I backed out? Because Fiora had it, and I didn't want to get killed. Whoa, auto attack, why isn't it? Like, it was just pathing into it, even though I pressed, like, attack move. Alright, I mean, with Fiora getting those kills, like, maybe we can work off of that. I know, but that doesn't justify, like, paying really low wages just because they know it's poor. Like, that line of reasoning, I think has a lot of problems. Like, I'm not saying teachers should live extravagant lives. Like I said, I think that, like, school teachers actually... she's dead. I can't do anything about that. Depends on the state. But I don't think that school teachers get paid like what rocket scientists get paid. I just feel like... I don't know. I'm probably just gonna get redemption here. I haven't heard that from math class. I hear people saying, why do we have English class all the time? Or like, why do we take English courses? I haven't heard that from math. Most people seem to think that math and science are like amazing. I don't know. I think just going, like, I know people want, like, the general citizenry to be, like, have a basic level of, you know, civic knowledge. Just kind of be a well-rounded citizen, know a little bit of math, a little bit of history, a little bit of all this other stuff, but I think eventually we're just going to go back to an apprentice system, probably, where, like, okay, you want to go into sales? You work with someone who does sales. You want to go into engineering? You study under someone who is an engineer for like 2 or 3 years or something. It's like on-the-job training type of stuff. Stop fighting him. I mean, he has a lot of kills. I mean, Fiora can fight him. Like, that's exactly why I go Zeke's, because I don't want to get instantly evaporated. I think it's a good item on Lulu. A lot of people just don't get it. Like, you don't really need plus healing and shielding on her that much. I mean, they're starting to do that at the high school level. At least a lot of the high schools in the town I was looking at. And he still one-shots me. I mean, I wasn't like half health. Holy crap. Arena's so awful. She died 13 times. How is that even possible? I know, but like English has practical use you can use every day too, like when you communicate with other people. Just understanding the human condition. I guess I'm gonna go lock it here. I feel like I need another defensive item. I couldn't get close enough to W the Fiora, which is what I was trying to do so she could run them all down. I'm just gonna have to play around Fiora. I mean, I agree, like, having a finance class would be nice, but, like, other stuff has utility. I would say, you know, I don't want to get too political here. Some of the stuff's going on in this country, I feel like we definitely need, like, we need English now more than ever. People to understand the human condition and, like, what it means to be a decent person. That's something math doesn't really teach you. I mean, you can try to do math to run public policy, but well, if Katarina can ever just, like, not die, we should be able to win team fights pretty handily. Oh, God. Damn it. I was gonna ult her, but then Kha'Zix is just, like, right there. How have the games been today? I think are we 1-1? 2-1? I think we're 2-1. So they've been going pretty well. Yeah, there's a lot that's improving in the world. I think the biggest problem in the world right now is like that news is for sale and that everybody really wants negativity, or like they don't want it like consciously, but they subconsciously want it. Like, I think that's all that's wrong. There are tons of good stuff going on in the world. There's great stories every day about people being really awesome to each other. There are more scientific advancements. I mean, you can basically have all the TV you want for like $10 or $11 from Netflix or something, versus a cable bill of like even 10 years ago being $100. I mean, like the quality of life in terms of just all the gadgets, and like you have access to the internet where you can learn almost anything for free anytime you want. Like the economy is in one of its best states in a really long time. Like there are all kinds of really good things going on. I think we can win off of her. But you never hear about any of that on the news. That's not like breaking news, you know, you gotta emphasize all the negative stuff.
Throw another rock.
But yeah, I mean, that doesn't sell. People want to know what's the latest scandal with somebody, or like what's, you know, what's all this bad stuff. And I mean, there is bad stuff going on, obviously, but I don't think it's the end of the world, and I think there's a lot of good stuff going on. I mean, I agree that like the internet is also has its bad sides, where people don't have as much critical thinking as they used to, because I think you're right that like a simple answer, you know, they find on Google, they just take that at face value, and that's because we aren't teaching information literacy to people, which means like figuring out how to actually read and interpret the information that you get. It is not vetted like it used to be. Although I will say, you know, back in the day, it was very slanted as well, right? You couldn't get your voice out unless you could get a publisher to publish you in a physical book or like a magazine or journal, which are very political. You can see this in academia today a lot of times. Like, you can't get your really cool, you know, article published unless it meets the same kind of political agenda as whichever magazine, you know, you're publishing in. For example, I was trying to get a, when I was a first-year PhD, and he's dead again. Well, I'm really holding us into this, but I was trying to get a an article published on this really cool like story that I found out about these like weird, like illicit Victorian pornographer people that were actually like trying to advocate for like more insight into women and their sexuality and stuff like that. And they like had this translation of the Kama Sutra, and I thought it was really cool. It was really cool. It was untalked about in terms of women in late Victorian England. Sort of this like, it was just this weird combination of like these like strange, like this rare book collector guy named Henry Ashby, and then just like these conversations they were having like in these letters and like in the like the prefaces to these things they were publishing and whatever. I thought it was really cool.
An enemy has been
And I try to get it published somewhere, and, you know, they're just like, hey, where's Judith Butler? You need more critical theory about, like, gender identity and all this stuff in there. I'm like, that's not what it's about. It's about this rare book collector and, like, this really cool historical thing. And they're just like, nah, not interested. And so people are never going to be able to read about that. And so that's one thing. It's like, yeah, people have a hard time, like, processing information, but at least the information's there to process, right? Versus, you know, for a lot of history, you just couldn't get your voice out there at all. Whereas now, you know, you can start a YouTube channel with 0 viewers, and if you have a really cool perspective and people enjoy it, you know, you can have a voice, you can be heard. Yeah, I could finish coin now. What the hell, like...
An enemy has been slain. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
I don't know. I don't really think life's... I mean, it is simple to an extent, but... I think that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be any analysis of anything. I don't really believe in over-analysis. To an extent. I mean, it depends. But, yeah, let's see if we can... I mean, I think if I just polymorph the Kled and just use everything on the Fiora, that she can 1v5 the enemy, basically. I did that to try to cancel out the Ezreal. Yeah, we've got 2 dead. I mean, we should be able to pressure this. Can we do Baron? Can we do Baron? If we don't hit any shrooms. Alright, and we got it. Jeez. That's a tough one. Well, I'll put this out there as a VOD. It'll be interesting. Like, half of it's me talking about all kinds of theoretical stuff. But that's what happens on the Strategy Professor. Sometimes you get some in-game commentary. Sometimes you get some deep dive into culture and information literacy. See you, Kappa. Anyways, if you enjoy this, come check out the stream sometime. Sometimes we do a little bit more, you know, like in-depth champion commentary, but I do try to be really interactive with people in chat as well, even if it's not necessarily about League. If it's about other stuff too, you know, I have a wide variety of interests. I was a triple major undergrad in English, philosophy, and religious studies. Then I have a master's in Victorian literature completed, and I'm working my way through a PhD in Victorian lit right now. But Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. The stream's going to continue, but that's it for the individual VOD. Be sure to check out the channel as well. We have tier lists. I have a Lulu playlists. We have topical guides, so like how to lane better, how to split push better, itemization, all that kind of stuff. So come by, check it out. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.